Good Friday, May 10th, everyone. Hunter here at North Central Weather Center, and in today's weather forecast, we're going to be looking at additional chances for showers and storms across portions of the North Central U.S., not only for this upcoming Mother's Day weekend, but a very active weather pattern does persist into next week with multiple chances for rain and storms, like I said. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. We'll keep you covered all across the North Central United States throughout this year. We do videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and the weekends if needed for higher weather impact events. Also, be sure to press the like button, the thumbs up button down below. It helps to get all of this information passed along to more and more people. So without further ado, let's get into today's weather forecast for your Friday, May 10th. And looking at this morning's temperatures, a cooler start again across the upper Midwest. I know it's been very chilly to start our mornings across the upper Midwest this spring so far, but temperatures this afternoon will warm up in those areas. So we'll see 60s up here into the upper Midwest, 60s with some 70s mixed in, especially into South Dakota here into the high plains. Central Plains vicinity from Nebraska down into Kansas and over here toward Missouri and even Iowa. We're going to see a lot of those middle 70s this afternoon. A touch cooler though this afternoon across the east. The Great Lakes over here to the Ohio River Valley, temperatures will top out into the lower and middle 60s. Looking at the day one outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, there does maintain a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk for severe weather from eastern Minnesota into west central Wisconsin, basically from around the Duluth area down to the Twin Cities here into Minneapolis, St. Paul, and into the La Crosse and even Madison, Wisconsin region. We're keeping a close eye on mainly wind from these thunderstorms up to 60 miles per hour this afternoon and evening as they form. The hail risk is very low and the tornado risk is very low. So we're mainly looking at wind here, and I will show you why. So looking here at the afternoon, we got isolated to scattered thunderstorms developing up here into northern Wisconsin, the western upper peninsula of Michigan, and then back here toward the Twin Cities. Those storms may produce some downpours, some frequent lightning, but also the chance for some smaller hail out there, but mainly some gusty winds. Notice how the wind threat is going to be maximized here because it's a line of storms. So we're going to see that from around Green Bay, down toward Milwaukee there into the Janesville, Monroe, Wisconsin region, Rockford, Illinois, and then back toward the Davenport Quad Cities in eastern Iowa through the evening hours, watching out there for a quick downpour, a thunderstorm to move through, possibly with some smaller hail and gusty winds. As we go into early Saturday morning, those showers and storms will dwindle as they move into the Ohio Valley. They lose the energy in the atmosphere as we're getting into after dark, and a lot of us, 99% of us in the north central U.S., by early Saturday morning will be dry. And this won't be dropping a significant amount of rain by any means. We're seeing across eastern Minnesota, much of the Badger State of Wisconsin over here to Michigan and the northern Ohio Valley near the lakes into northern Indiana, northwestern and northern Ohio. We're going to really be seeing anywhere from a few hundredths to a couple of tenths of an inch of rain. So this is going to be a quick, narrow line of storms that move through and they'll move out here. The rest of us in the plains and the Missouri Valley will be dry as we go through Saturday morning, so we will stay dry there. Now going into the Mother's Day weekend time frame, big weekend here to hang out with your mothers this weekend on Saturday, May 11th and Sunday, May 12th. You can see we have a trough across the eastern part of our viewing area into the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, and then a ridge of high pressure trying to develop across the Dakotas and our western viewing area. So what this will mean for the weekend with our temperatures is above average temperatures favored across the north. So areas that have actually been quite chilly to start may actually trend a little bit warmer. So we will have a chilly start again as we go into Saturday morning, tomorrow morning across the north. Temperatures into the low and middle 40s, some 50s further south there. But look at pretty uniform temperatures across the board as we go into Saturday afternoon on May 11th. A lot of middle, upper 70s. A little cooler though with the influence of that trough and some active weather across the Great Lakes region and the Ohio Valley. Temperatures ranging from the upper 40s to upper 50s across those regions for high temperatures on Saturday. A little bit warmer for Mother's Day morning. On Sunday morning, May 12th, you can see we do have a lot of those 50s out there from the Midwest down into the Plain States. And a warmer start will springboard our temperatures up to near 80. We'll take a run at 80 there in Des Moines. We'll take a run at 80 over there into St. Louis and into the middle 70s up in the Twin Cities region. Not too shabby there on Mother's Day whatsoever. Now let's look at our precipitation trends going through the weekend here. So Saturday, pretty dry across the north central U.S. That continues into Saturday night, although we may have to watch a disturbance up here in northern Minnesota and the UP of Michigan and northern Wisconsin. That could bring us a quick sprinkle or a shower going into Saturday night. Going into your Sunday night time frame, we're going to keep a close eye on this here across the plains. We'll have a new low pressure system developing down in Kansas. This could bring us some widely scattered showers and storms. The severe risk, however, right now it appears to be very low. So that's some good news, but just some quick downpours can be expected. And the heaviest of rains will be from Iowa down here into Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska. I think Kansas will be the state that gets the most widespread coverage of showers and storms and the heaviest rain this Mother's Day weekend. It looks pretty dry in the Dakotas, most of Minnesota here, and over into Kentucky, southern Illinois, southern Indiana looks pretty dry as well. So keeping a close eye on that. Heading into next work week on Monday, May 13th through Friday, May 17th, looking at our temperature trends here, temperature anomalies through that 5-day period. Basically any side of normal. So below normal maybe out east here, and then above normal closer to the ridge axis across our west into the Dakotas and portions of Nebraska. Very active week of weather though. We are keeping tabs on several storm systems that will be moving through the north central U.S. this next work week, and you can see well above average precipitation, especially for Kansas and Missouri, stretching through the Ohio Valley, anywhere from around 1 inch to 2 inches above normal precip from normal. So we're seeing a lot of precipitation next week. So here is Monday, May 13th. We do have a low pressure system down here toward Kansas. That could bring us more widespread coverage of showers and storms from Kansas eastward toward the Ozarks and Missouri there on Monday to start the work week. Going into Tuesday, that drifts off to the east, so the Ohio Valley into the Illinois Valley and to the Ozarks region. Again, we'll start to see more shower activity and storms. A little bit of a disturbance up here into the Dakotas could bring us some rain shower activity on Tuesday. That will drift southeast into much of our western viewing area for the midweek time frame as we dry out across the east by midweek, and then that will swing across the Midwest and the upper Midwest and the Central Plains from Minnesota, Wisconsin, all the way down through Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, and northwest Missouri as we go into Thursday, and then that will swing even further east into the Ohio Valley, Midwestern regions closer to Chicago, St. Louis, Indianapolis as we round out the work week there on Friday. So long story short, it's going to be a very active week of weather. Right now, the severe weather threat remains low for next week. We are just looking at some heavy downpours here of what's been a already very active spring filled with showers and storms and some severe weather. But luckily, this go around, severe weather remains low. But looking at the rainfall totals from next week here, Monday, May 13th through Friday, May 17th, the heaviest rains into Kansas, Missouri, and down here into Kentucky, where those areas could be seeing 1 to 3 inches worth of rain. But all across the board here, we may need to hold on to our umbrellas a little bit next week. From time to time, we may be dodging some raindrops as we go through next week. So have that umbrella handy. And looking at the U.S. Drought Monitor that was released on Thursday, you can see that we are improving the drought across Iowa. We actually did get a downgrade from an extreme drought back to a severe drought now. So we are doing some major improvements on the drought here across Iowa, southwest Wisconsin as well, and then up across the upper Midwest in general. So that rainfall that we see next week will only improve the drought even further. So that is certainly some great news. Make sure to subscribe here to my channel at North Central Weather Center. We will keep you covered on the latest weather forecast right at your fingertips here throughout the year. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and the weekends if needed. We will do videos on this channel. Make sure to press the like button down below. It helps out more than you know. My name is Hunter here with North Central Weather Center, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Mother's Day weekend out there.